It's a feeling of being unsettled, not quite at peace. So that could be good and it could be bad, you know. It's just not peace. Not peace.
I guess I define anxiety as being like a stomach feeling, like definitely unsettling. You know, whenever you get that gut feeling, whenever you know something's not okay, but you know what it is. I guess that's kind of how I define it.
It's that form of like, oh no. It's like, if something bad is about to happen, like I can feel it just coming to me, and then like my hands start shaking. And I just start freaking out.
Just talking to people, teachers, classmates, just whatever, even drive-throughs.
Situations that provoke anxiety for me would be like high stress situations, whenever I don't have a lot of time to think, or places where I've experienced trauma or anxiety in the past. Those are normally like key points for me.
For me, anxiety can be a lot of different things. It can be nearly any situation where there's other people around me can cause anxiety, even if it's something that looks like it's fun, you know, it still may make it difficult for me to sleep later. It may make it more difficult for me to do my job well later if there's just too many people around. I think probably one of the worst things, though, that happens to me is any kind of interaction with strangers out in the wild. You know, one time I went to the grocery store and somebody looked like right at me, and I was like all trying to find an avocado. And I just grabbed an avocado and then left because I couldn't pick an avocado with someone looking at me.
That's fair.
Yeah. It wasn't a good avocado. So.
Okay, good morning guys. How are we doing today? So, all right. Thank you, Isaac. Let's put up the phones, please. Let's pretend we're here for class. Good morning. You're late.
I know,
Why?
because I got something to give.
All right, fine. Have a seat.
I'm in a movie.
Okay, everybody, let's pull out your notebooks, please.
I forgot my gun.
Students that I just listed, please head to the danger advisory today.
I just do whatever makes me feel comfortable with, like such as drawing and just playing my instruments. It just soothes the soul.
I've got a lot of different like coping mechanisms. Some of them are, to be fair, not very healthy. I'm absolutely not going to be honest about some of those, but I do a lot of knitting too, which can be very calming. I read, that can sometimes help me out. And just being able to be by myself, I guess, so I can decompress from that. That's probably the main thing is, I don't know, it's just kind of like a reset, you know, and I don't know, you know, how much honesty. I know when I was younger especially, I was more prone to using alcohol or cutting myself, you know. I was definitely overwhelmed with a lot of anxiety in my 20s.
Coping, it's definitely like taken a long time to figure out for me personally. And I have a lot of other like mental illnesses that go into it, like ADHD. So fidgeting for me tends to help half the time, whether it's just with my phone case or with my rings on my finger, with my hair, or like having friends like to talk to or just like be there as your backup person. That helps. I think those things help because I find a sense of security in it just having people or things you can trust, just so you can feel a little bit more secure in that moment.
I guess we aren't as shut in as people say we are.
I think sometimes, I mean, like for me, yes, I like to be alone and I like to use that to recover with, but it's not always, that's always not, sometimes loneliness causes anxiety for other people. I think another thing is that a big misconception is that anxiety may always feel horrible, I guess. Sometimes the response that you have to being anxious doesn't feel like anxiety, even though it is. It may feel more like excitement or like this is interesting, you know, and not as unpleasant. You may actually seek out things to make you anxious for fun. True story. Actually do not have very many close friendships. I have two besties, I guess, you know, friends of mine who've been friends for over a decade. I have two fairly close friends that I've met within like the school system, I guess, here at work. But I don't have a lot of close friendships. And my anxiety definitely has impacted even those friendships. You know, I'm like, well, so-and-so didn't text me back. I guess they're done being my friend, you know? But that's not the case. Not with my friends' friends. Other kinds of relationships, anxiety has impacted those as well. I tend to actually, because of, within a dating context, because that does make me so anxious, I tend to pick people I won't get attached to.
I guess it really hasn't really affected any of my relationships with my family members or friends.